Hello and welcome to Let's Play Pokemon Gold. I'm the Legendary Waffle, and this is Pokemon Gold. My friend Andrew is here, who's probably going to slightly help commentate my LP. Andrew, say hello.
Hello.
That was Andrew. Alright, so if you don't know about Pokemon, basically it's an RPG game where you go through and you collect and trade and battle and train up these things called Pokemon. And so basically that's just what you do throughout the game. You have to defeat 8 gym leaders, and then you defeat the Elite Four, and yeah. So right now it's just asking the time, so right now it's 7:27, so 7 o'clock and then 27. But yeah. Also, the thing with this LP, as opposed to my LSD LP, is that, first of all, I'm going to be uploading it a lot more frequently. I'm probably going to be doing it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then when LSD ends, which is only like 6 episodes, then I'm probably going to do it on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, so, this is Professor Oak. He's telling me about Pokemon and how they're creatures in our world, blah blah blah. So yeah. Also, I'm gonna be skipping through certain things like this that I don't need. But yeah, so then we get to name ourselves whatever we want, and I'm going to be Waffle because that's just how awesome I am. Yeah. So I'm gonna be Waffle. And I am ready for my very own story that's about to unfold, and I'll face fun times and tough challenges. Yes, Professor Oak, I am ready. But yeah, so, the thing about Pokemon is that, you need to, train up your Pokemon in certain instances, and I'm gonna be doing training and, catching different Pokemon off-screen, unless it's, an important part of the actual game. Because the thing about Pokemon is that you don't need to be, specific in doing every single thing. Basically you just need to defeat the 8 gym leaders, beat the Elite Four, and then you basically win. But there are a bunch of different Pokemon that you can catch, and a bunch of different decisions you can make in the game that change it so much, which is why it has such a high replay value. But yeah, so basically she's just giving us our Pokegear, which is going to have... Oh, no, today's not Sunday. Alright. It has our phone in it, and it's gonna have a map, and stuff like that. Today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, today's Tuesday. It's Daylight Savings Time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Daylight Savings Time. Yes, it is that time. Alright, so, after we finish talking with her, blah blah blah. Alright, so basically, after we talk with her, then we have to go to Professor Elm's lab. This is his lab right here, and on the side there's a random guy with red hair that's creeping on the window. And he's like, "This is Professor Elm's lab," gasp. And he's like, "What are you staring at?" And then kicks us about 20 feet. So yeah, that doesn't really do anything. But then you walk inside and you talk to Professor Elm. He's like, "Thanks for coming over." And basically he just wants us to take care of the Pokemon. And so, these are the 3 Pokeballs that you can pick the Pokemon from. The first one is Cyndaquil, which is like a fire mouse thingy. And then... blah blah blah. Alright. And then this is Totodile, which is a water crocodile kind of Pokemon. And then... blah blah blah. And then this is gonna be Chikorita, which is a grass Pokemon, which the description of it online says it's a leaf. So we're just gonna say that it's a leaf. But yeah, so for this LP, I'm going to be picking Cyndaquil, because I just prefer the fire Pokemon. In most games, I pick the fire Pokemon.
Actually, Totodile is the best pick in the game because you can go mad blast. Like, start a third gym leader.
Huh. Okay, so apparently Totodile is a better pick, but I'm gonna pick Cyndaquil anyway. Yeah, so I think that's a great Pokemon too. And then I get Cyndaquil. And we're gonna give him a nickname. Also, involving the nicknames, if you want to nickname any of my Pokemon before I catch them, obviously, because you can't change the nickname, or I think you can at one point, but yeah. So, if you want to make me name a random Pokemon something, then leave it in the comments. Remember that it can only be 10 characters long. Or, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's 10. Ha. But yeah, so it can only be 10 characters long. And what were we gonna name Cyndaquil? Oh yeah, we're gonna name Cyndaquil V. For reasons. If you've seen the movie V for Vendetta, and you go on internet image boards a lot, then you'll know why. But yeah, so we're gonna name him V, just the letter V. And then he tells us to go to Cherry Grove City. I can't remember. Is Cherry Grove the place with the gym, or is no? Okay. Oh yeah, and then he gives us his number. But yeah, so Cherry Grove is just a city with like a Pokemon Center and a mart where you can buy stuff. And then this is Professor Elm's aide, who gives you stuff along the way. But right now he just gives us a potion, which heals 20 health points or HP. Which for most of the game doesn't really do a lot, but at the beginning it kind of does stuff. Well, at the beginning they're not worthless, because 20 health is like as much health that you have. But later on in the game they're not very useful, because you'll
like 4 levels and they're useless.
Well, yeah, after you get to like 50 health, then they're kind of useless. But yeah, I'm gonna frame skip for certain parts where like I'm just running through the grass, and this battle I'm just gonna skip. But yeah, so another hoot hoot. So when we went up there to the right, there was a potion that you can get. That if you want to go through the trouble of walking through the grass, you can go get that potion. And up here, up through this building, is a clearing where there's just like grass and stuff where there are Pokemon. And there's a Geodude up here that there's more than one, but this is where you can get Geodudes, which will be good against the first gym leader, which is flying. And so Rock is good against flying, so it's good to get a Geodude. So we're just gonna walk around and, oh, okay, I already found a Geodude. Okay, that was fast. If you don't find Geodude right away, just like keep running around and you'll eventually find it. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep using Tackle to get its health down enough. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have any Pokeballs. Okay. So we're just gonna kill this. Or, no, we're just gonna run away. Because I don't have any Pokeballs. I just realized I don't have any Pokeballs, so I can't catch it. So scratch that last part. We're just gonna keep walking. A Pokeball is basically just something that you can catch wild Pokemon with, but we don't have any right now because we're at like the very beginning of the game, and I completely forgot about that. So yeah, we're going to go back there probably in the second episode, and we're gonna catch a Geodude because it's good for the first gym. Like I said, flying. Rock is good against flying. And these bushes have berries. A berry will give you 10 health, but if a Pokemon's holding it and it lost some health, then it will heal itself, so it won't waste a turn having to heal your Pokemon some. With man-made items like a potion or a Paralyze Heal or something like that, it won't use it itself. So yeah, it's just more convenient. Also, there's another bush tree thing. It's a tree. Okay, it's a fruit-bearing tree, where we can get another berry here, blah blah blah. And then there's a guy inside of this building who gives us a berry received, blah blah blah. Alright, and then we have to walk up to the north so we can get to, oh, hold on. Alright, we have to walk up to Mr. Pokemon's house, because he has, ooh, a Spinarak. Alright, but he has a mystery egg that we need to bring to Professor Elm. because it's so super special. And
Sucks.
yeah, it does suck. I don't even remember. Is it a Togepi? Alright. The egg turns into a Togepi a little later on. But yeah, so he just talks to us about, oh, mystery egg, blah blah blah. And then Professor Oak talks to us, the guy on the right. He talks to us about how he's a super awesome professor. And then he gives us a Pokedex, which is a Pokemon... I forget what... Is it Pokemon Encyclopedia? Is that what it stands for?
No, it's in for Pokemon Index.
Or Pokemon Index, yeah. So,
I think we described it in Encyclopedia.
yeah, so, basically, he gives us the Pokedex, which... Oh, hold on. Professor Elm calls us. Something horrible happened, blah, blah, blah. So we have to go back to Professor Elm's lab. But yeah, so the Pokedex is basically just something that logs information about different Pokemon that you see and catch. So, yeah. That, in the first game, in Red, Blue, and Yellow, Professor Oak is the professor and he just gives it to you. But in this, oh, you have to go to a certain person's house and then you get it. Alright. Also, the reason I'm skipping past all these Pokemon is because I don't have Pokeballs to catch them. And also because, I don't like leveling a certain Pokemon higher than all of my other ones. Because, one, it makes it a lot harder to catch other Pokemon. And also, it's just annoying to have a level like 30 Pokemon and like a bunch of level 10s. But yeah, this is the red-haired guy that was outside of the Pokemon lab, and he stole a Pokemon from the lab, which is what the call about the disaster was. But yeah, so we have to fight question mark, question mark, question mark, and he sends out a Totodile because we picked the Cyndaquil. That if we had picked a Totodile, then he would have gotten Chikorita, because your rival gets the Pokemon that its element is, or its type is, better than yours. Or better against yours, yeah. That since water is better against, fire, then he picks water. And since fire is better against grass, if I picked grass, he would have picked fire. Alright, so we're gonna use, Leer twice, and then we're just going to keep using Tackle. Leer brings down his defense. And normally, I don't use things that, like, bring down defense or accuracy and stuff like that. But, I just want to, like, be certain that I'm not going to die. And V recovered, health using the berry. But yeah, so we're going to just keep tackling, and then I get 70 experience, Woo level 6. And we defeated the red-haired person, and I learned Smokescreen, which brings down accuracy of your opponent's Pokemon. Are you happy you won, blah blah blah. We get $300, and he's like, my name's question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah. Also, the game's a tiny bit laggy, so sorry about that. But yeah, so now we have to go back to Professor Elm's lab, and he gets to tell us about the horrible disaster. Rawr. And yeah, there are lots of hoot-hoots in this area. Yeah, it's because it's at night. Do hoot-hoots only come out at night, or is it just that it's more common? Okay, they only come out at night, which is probably why I'm seeing so many, because it's like 8. Right, so this police officer is going to talk about how a Pokemon was stolen by a young man with red hair, and then we get to name him, and we're going to name him Pancake, because, for 2 reasons. One, because pancakes are the rivals of waffles, and also my friend Andrew, who's with me, has a channel called The Legendary Pancake, so it's kind of like a sort of spin-off name of my channel. But yeah, and this video is almost over. After we name our rival, then this is going to be the end of episode 1. So if you like this video, please subscribe, comment any names you want for my Pokemon, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.